Hi there, my name is Matt Mallard. I'm the Director of Personal Training here at Gainesville Health and Fitness. Today, we're going to talk about some heart-healthy tips for your nutrition. First thing that we're going to talk about is going to be salt. So, we hear a lot about salt and how salt can be bad for your heart in the long run, and what we really have to do is look at the science behind it. If you have sodium-based hypertension, listen to your doctor and make sure you cut out your salt. At no point in time should you ever not listen to your physician. Anytime we start to look at those types of things in the scientific literature, there's a lot of times where we see a positive correlation between high salt intake and then overall unhealthiness. The problem with that is, with a lot of those studies, is that they look at sodium intake without looking at the overall food content. The problem with those studies is that it shows that high sodium intake as a result of eating things like canned goods and bread that have a ton of sodium in them. So if you do have sodium-based hypertension, make sure you cut down on your salt. Most of us should be making sure that we limit our salt based on the types of food that we end up eating, not how much salt we end up adding to them. Next thing we're going to be talking about is going to be water intake. You need to make sure that you get in plenty of water throughout the day, because it makes it that much easier for your heart to pump your blood throughout your body. If you were pumping something, say like molasses through your veins, it would take that much more work for your heart to get that liquid through your body. So the more water you have, and to a certain extent, the less viscous your blood is, the better off it's going to be. You should be drinking probably somewhere between 2 and 3 liters of water a day. That's pretty easy. That's those little 16.9 ounce bottles of water that you see in the grocery store. That's 2 of them every single day. That will make your heart a good deal healthier, and it's much better for your body overall. Last thing that we're going to discuss today is going to be fats. And we're going to talk about 2 different types of fats, saturated fat and trans fats, as to how unhealthy they are for your health and your overall body. When it comes down to it, saturated fats are just not good for your body. We have tons of scientific evidence that shows the more saturated fats you put into your diet, the more likely you are to develop cardiovascular disease or even damage your heart in a different way. Make sure you stay away from them as much as possible. I do understand that there is some scientific evidence that shows that depending on where the saturated fats are coming from, it may actually be a little bit healthier for your heart, but right now we don't have conclusive scientific evidence, so stay away from them as much as you feel like you can. Next one is going to be trans fats. These are things that you find in a lot of things that sit on shelves for a very long period of time. There are certain organizations out there that say there is no healthy amount of trans fats that you should have in your diet. So if you can, try to stay away from trans fats and saturated fats as much as possible. I hope you found these tips useful and they lead towards you having a healthier heart, especially in February where we're looking at that really hard. I'm Matt Mallard again. Have yourselves a great rest of your day.